From the earliest days of human history, when fire was still a divine mystery, and the stars were regarded as the watchful eyes of forgotten, God's people stood beneath the vastness of the sky and whispered the same question that still lingers today. Who am I? Empires rose and crumbled into dust. Philosophers debated under marble columns. Prophets wandered deserts in search of revelations. And yet the essence of that question remained unanswered, echoing through time like a haunting melody. Am I defined by the bloodline of ancestors who fought and toiled so that I might exist? Or am I merely a passing shadow, one breath among billions, destined to vanish without leaving a trace? When I look at the chronicles of history, I see kings who believe themselves eternal, their names carved into stone, only for their monuments to crumble, their voices silenced by the weight of time. I see nameless wanderers forgotten in the pages of history, yet perhaps closer to truth than those who ruled. And I wonder, if identity is only memory, then what becomes of me when memory fades? Science tells me I am atoms, billions of cells arranged into a fragile body. A collection of stardust bound together for a fleeting moment before scattering again into the universe. Psychology tells me I am thought, an illusion of self created by the brain to give coherence to chaos, a story written by neurons firing in patterns. Yet the heart insists there is something deeper, something unseen, a flame that burns quietly beneath the skin, resisting every attempt to define it. Religions across centuries offered their answers: the soul, the eternal spark, the spirit breathed by a higher power, an essence that survives death and time itself. But philosophy reminds me that every answer is only another layer of the question, another mask worn by the unknown. If I strip away my name, my language, my face, and my history, would there still be a core, something untouchable, something that whispers, I am? The ancients believed identity was tied to destiny, that every human was born under a star, marked by fate, bound to a cosmic design beyond their control. Modern thinkers argue identity is fluid, a river that changes with every choice, shaped by experience, culture, and memory. But I find myself caught between these two worlds, between the eternal and the temporary, between the fixed and the flowing. History reminds me of Socrates standing before his accusers, claiming that the unexamined life is not worth living. To examine life is to ask this question again and again: who am I? Am I the laughter of childhood, the struggles of adolescence, the weariness of adulthood, or the wisdom of old age? Or am I all of these woven together like threads in a tapestry that only makes sense when seen from afar? When I look at time, I see myself scattered across it, 1,000 versions of me living, breathing, changing, each insisting it is the real me. The child I was, the adult I am, the elder I will become, each a reflection, each a fleeting chapter, each holding on to the illusion of permanence, and yet none of them remain. So then, who is the I that watches them all, the silent witness who remains as everything else changes? Perhaps I am not a person, but a question, a living mystery, a mirror that reflects both the infinite and the temporary. The stars tell me I am nothing, a speck of dust in a vast and uncaring cosmos, and yet the heart tells me I am everything, because within me burns the same fire that lights the galaxies. I exist between insignificance and infinity, between silence and song, between shadow and flame. When history ends, when memory fades, when my name is forgotten, perhaps what remains is not the answer, but the asking, the eternal reaching for meaning that has carried humanity from caves to cathedrals, from silence to symphonies, from dust to dreams. And maybe that is who I am, not an answer carved in stone, but a question carried forever by the wind, a mystery that refuses to die.